You've got to escape the Matrix. Neo, you're stuck in the Matrix. You can follow the top G today and become a top G like me. Escape the Matrix. You know, a lot of people say that I'm red pill. And it annoys me when they say this. I am not red pill. I've never been red pill. I've never professed to be an alpha male or any of that nonsense bullshit. It's so annoying when people tell me, yo, Scott, you're talking those red pill talking points. This guy's talking right wing talking. Like, shut up. Never in my life have I subscribed to any type of pill ideology. I've always been myself, you know? And it annoys me that a lot of the things that the guys on the red pill said, a lot of the things, especially about male-female dynamics, a lot of the things that they said were things that I've been saying since I was a fucking teenager. Way, way, way before Andrew Tate, way before Fresh and Fit, way before the Whatever podcast, you know? I wish I had came to market with these ideas before these guys did. I could have at least grifted. Most of the things that they said were just common sense. And there was a lot of bullshit mixed in with it. That's why I say I am not part of any type of agenda. I am not part of the red pill. You know, the red pill was right about some things when they first came out. The fitness and being disciplined were one of those things. Well, two of those things technically. I've always had the ideas about dating and about male and females. But as far as the fitness is concerned, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still very thin, and I used to be thinner than this. I never really thought about fitness like that until I did see a few content creators that I guess you could call some of them red pill. Is Bradley Martin red pill? I don't think Bradley Martin is red pill. Is Goku Pump red pill? I don't think so. They're just masculine men. But I watched some of their content and that did influence me a little bit to start going to the gym and start working out and worrying about my fitness. And I think that's the only thing that the red pill really added to the dialogue, if you really think about it. When red pill talks about males and females, I feel like they have a lot of the things right, but they have a lot of things wrong. I feel like red pill tends to blame women for everything, and that's not how I see it. I've never seen it like that. You know, men and women are two sides of the same coin, different sides of the same coin. And I feel like a lot of the times, the guys in the red pill area of the internet, the problem that they have is they always focus on the same types of women. Really. Go watch Whatever podcast. Go watch FitX Fearless. Go watch Fit and Fresh. Fresh and Fit. Fit and Fresh. They always focus on the same types of women. The trophy wife gold digger type. You know? There are plenty of attractive women. There are plenty of attractive women on this planet that are not gold diggers, that are not trophy wives. And I said it because in the very beginning, I did watch a few of the Fresh and Fit podcast episodes. And I said to myself, they always bring on the same types of women. And the craziest thing is I'm friends with Fresh. I've talked to Fresh before about this. And even Fresh said, yeah, shit gets old. They always bring on the same types of women. And it gives the wrong impression. It gives the impression that all women are these gold digging, OnlyFans selling thoughts. And that's not the case. You know, I really would have wished that they had brought on some successful women, some entrepreneurs that are women, some professionals that are women that had other perspectives, because they exist. But you've gone down that rabbit hole so far that no woman who has success is going to dignify the podcast, right? They're not going to want to go on a podcast that's famous for having thotties on. They're just not. So you've ruined the entire environment, right? And I feel like Red Pill could have gone down a path where they really do help young men properly, but they were blinded by hate. They were blinded by rage. They were blinded by all of the past experiences that they had with women where they were rejected or offended. And they used that as a cudgel against women. But it also goes to the fact that they always try to go after the same types of girls. The Sam Franks of the worlds, the India Loves of the worlds, you know, the thotties. You can't go after thotties and gold diggers and then get hurt when they gold dig you. Because you pick those kind of women. There are plenty of different kinds of women on this earth that you can pick from. If you're choosing to pick those kind of women, then that's on you. And the problem that I had with Red Pill is that Red Pill would put these women on a pedestal at the same time that they shat on the women, right? So they're telling young men who watch that kind of content, you should aspire to have a wife that looks like this and behaves like this and dresses like this, but also she's a gold digging piece of shit. And you can't trust her. But you want her because you want to have her on your arm as a trophy. You know, I just think that it's a bad dynamic that's set up. And all of the Red Pill podcasts do the exact same thing, right? They all do the exact same thing. They bring on these horrible women. They promote them. So they're actually helping these women get more customers. My child is crying in the background. They have these women on their podcast. They promote them to young, naive men who don't know better. They make those young men aspire to go after those women. And then they shit on those women. And the truth is that a lot of these Red Pill guys, a lot of these pickup artist type guys, they're just the other side of that same coin. You know, that's why they go after those women, because they're just as shallow and just as fake as the women that they hate. That's the truth. If you really start to think about it, really start to analyze it, most of these Red Pill guys are just as fake, just as slimy as the women they hate. They're made for each other. They can't escape the gravitational pull of these gold digging women because that's what they lead with. That's the kind of person they are. They're in the same aura. Literally. Shallow, materialistic, fake people attract shallow, materialistic, fake people. Slime balls. And this is why I said I am not Red Pill, right? Red Pill could have gone down a good path if it had good leaders, but the leaders were ass. The leaders were ass. They're grifters. Just like they accuse those women of gold digging the men that they go after, well, these guys were gold digging their audience. And the worst part about it is it worked because the audience is naive and young. They don't know better. Like I said, that's the reason why I started streaming. I started streaming to have an alternative voice. I said, you know, these guys are saying some of the stuff that I agree with, some of the stuff that I've always thought, but they're also mixing it in with some bullshit. And somebody has to come on here and point out the bullshit. So if you wanna hear my side of the story and you want to see what I consider bullshit in the red pill space, and life in general, then you should subscribe to my channel, because I don't want to get into the details in this particular video, but I have plenty of videos on this platform explaining and talking about my perspective, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. When I say the red pill is full of shit, you'll see what I mean. The truth is that the red pill is like any other grift, any other scam. They mixed in a lot of stuff that's real, true, and accurate with a lot of false information. And then they sprinkled on the grift so they could make some money. Some easy money. They capitalized on your naivety. And when everything was said and done, a lot of them came out disavowing the same ideas that they were proposing. I hate to say it, but Sneeko is one of those guys. And I like Sneeko, but he's one of those guys. Literally dropping videos now. It's like the red pill is fake. The failure of red pill. Like, dude, you were one of the people who promoted it the most. You got to stand on business. You know, I don't like Myron Gaines that much. Some of the things he says is accurate, but I just feel like he has a deep-rooted hate for women. But at least Myron stands 10 toes, right? He might be crazy. He might be an zealot, but he stands 10 toes. He's not changing his worldview for anyone, and I respect that. You know, I respect that. Unlike a guy like Sneeko, who now he's trying to be mainstream again. Homie got his YouTube channel back, and I applaud that. I'm happy for him getting his YouTube channel back. But you can't come on here and pretend like all the stuff you said in 2023 didn't happen. That's crazy. That's crazy. So the truth is that Red Pill is a scam, guys. Anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.